Welcome, welcome to Ms. Edge's tutorial on two-step equations. Let's go ahead and get started. Here's our first problem. 6x plus 8 equals 44. The first thing that you're going to do is get rid of the term, and the term in this equation is plus 8. So I have to do the opposite of plus 8, which is minus 8. So I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides of the equation. 8 minus 8 is 0, so the 8 is eliminated on the left side. I'm going to bring down 6x. 44 minus 8 is 36. So now I have a multiplication problem. I have 6 times x equals 36. I have to do the opposite of times 6, which is to divide by 6 on both sides. 6 divided by 6 is 1, which is the same thing as 1x. 1x is the same thing as x, so I don't have to write 1x. I can just write x. X equals 36 divided by 6 is 6. So 6 is the answer. Let's go ahead and check it. The first thing that you do when you check a problem is to write the original equation. So I'm going to write the original equation, 6x plus 8 equals 44. Now I have to plug in my answer, which is 6, into the equation. So I'm going to rewrite it, but instead of putting x, I'm going to write 6. I'm going to plug in my answer, I just did, and I'm going to solve this left side of the equation, and I'm going to see if I get 44. If I do get 44, then I know that my answer is correct. We have to use the order of operations, so 6 times 6 is 36. Then we're going to bring down our 8, plus 8. 36 plus 8. 6 plus 8 is 14, and 3 plus 1 is 4. So I did get 44 on the left side, and that matches the right side, so I know that I got the problem correct. Having a little bit of problems using this program. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the next one. Here's the next problem. 14x minus 14 equals 28. We're going to do the opposite of minus 14 or negative 14, which is plus 14, and we're going to do it to both sides of the equation. So we're going to add 14 to both sides. The 14 is eliminated. I'm going to bring down 14x on the left side. 28 plus 14 is 42. And so now this is a multiplication problem on the left side. 14 times x equals 42. To get x by itself, I have to do the opposite. The opposite of multiplication would be division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 14. Okay, that's eliminated. 14 is eliminated from the left side. So I'm left with x equals 42 divided by 14 is 3. So now I have to check my answer. So I'm going to come over and I'm going to write down the original problem. 14x minus 14 equals 28. I'm going to plug in my answer, which is 3, for x. So I'm going to substitute. 14 times 3 minus 14. I need to see if I get 28. We have to use the order of operations. So 14 times 3. Let's check it. 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So I get 42 minus 14 on the left side. 42 minus 14 is 28. So 28 does equal 28 on the left side, on the right side. So I got the problem correct. Alright, here's the next problem. Negative 10 plus 6x equals 110. We have to get rid of the term first, and the term is negative 10, so I'm going to do the opposite. So the opposite is plus 10 on both sides. The 10 is eliminated. The negative 10 is eliminated on the left side. I'm left with 6x, so I'm going to bring it down, equals 110 plus 10 is 120. So now it's a multiplication problem. This is 6 times x, or x times 6. And the opposite of times 6 is to divide by 6 on both sides. So I'm going to divide both sides by 6. The 6 is eliminated, and x equals 20. Alright, so we have to check our math, so we're going to go ahead and rewrite the equation. Negative 10 plus 6x equals 110. And we're going to substitute in our answer inside the equation, so 6 times 20 equals 110. We have to use the order of operations, and before we can add anything, we have to multiply. So 20 times 6. 6 times 0 is 0, and 6 times 2 is 12. So negative 10 plus 120, well, they have different signs, so you have to find the difference. 120 minus 10 is 110. That's supposed to be a 1. 110. So 110 equals what we get on the right side, so we got the problem correct. Here's the next problem. 15 equals negative 7 plus x divided by 3. We have to get rid of the term first, and the term is a number by itself, and the number by itself is negative 7. So we're going to do the opposite of negative 7, which is plus 7, and we're going to do it to both sides of the equation. The 7 is eliminated from the right side, so 15 plus 7 is 22 equals, I have to bring down x divided by 3. Okay. Alright, so now we have x divided by 3, and the opposite of x divided by 3 is to multiply by 3 on both sides. So I'm going to multiply this side by 3, and I'm going to multiply this side by 3. 22 times 3. 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 2 is 6. So 66 equals x. Those 3's are eliminated. So I need to check my math, so I'm going to write the problem. 15 equals negative 7 plus x divided by 3. And I'm going to plug in my answer, which is 66 for x. So 15 equals negative 7 plus 66 divided by 3. Well, I have to divide 3 into 66. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. So 6 minus 6 is 0. Bring down your 6. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. So 66 divided by 3 is 22. So I'm going to rewrite the problem. 15 equals negative 7 plus 22. Alright. These have different signs, so we have to find the difference. 22 minus 7 is 15. So 15 does equal 15 on the right side. So they both equal each other. 15 equals 15, so we got the problem correct. Alright, here's the next problem. Negative 20 equals negative 4x minus 12. We have to do the opposite of minus 12, which is plus 12 on both sides. Okay. The 12's are eliminated from this side, and 20 minus 12 gives you 8. It's going to be negative 8 because we found the difference, and 20 has a higher absolute value, so we keep the sign of the 1 with a larger absolute value. So negative 8 equals negative 4x. This is negative 4 times x, so we have to do the opposite of times negative 4, which is to divide both sides by negative 4. So negative 4 is eliminated from the right side, so we're left with x on the side. Negative 8 divided by negative 4 is positive 2, so x equals positive 2. Let's go ahead and check our answer. So we're going to rewrite the equation. Negative 20 equals negative 4x minus 12. Oops. Wrong one. Negative 20 equals negative 4 times 2 minus 12. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8 minus 12. And we have to KFC it. So this becomes plus a negative. And 8 plus 12 is 20. They both have negative signs, so we keep the negative sign. Negative 20 does equal negative 20, so we got the problem correct. Alright, here's the next problem. We are going to subtract 32 from both sides because that's the term. Okay. 24 minus 32 is negative 8 equals, and we have to bring down x divided by 10 on the right side. This is divided by 10, so we have to do the opposite on both sides, which is to multiply by 10 on both sides. So that's eliminated. You're left with x on the right side. 10 times negative 8 is negative 80. So let's go ahead and check the problem. I need to substitute in my answer for x. So I'm going to rewrite it using 80 for x. Before I can do anything, I have to do the multiplication before I can add. So negative 80 divided by 10, well, I can do that in my head. It's negative 8 plus 32. This is kind of floppy. Let me fix it up a little bit. Well, if I can find the right to use pencil. Alright, negative 24 equals negative 8 plus 32. 24 does equal 24 because 32 minus 8 is 24. So I know that I got the problem correct. Let's move on to the next one. I think that's it.